How's it going, everybody? This is Nathan. I'm the sales manager at Kitten Equipment, and today we are going to talk about one of the kings of commercial stand-ons, the Scag V-Ride. So Kitten Equipment has recently picked up Scag out of our Dry Ridge location, and we're really excited to add them to our huge amount of brands that we carry. For our commercial guys, they are known as one of the top 3 commercial brands, and for good reason. This V-Ride is something we don't see a lot of in our area. I think our area has been slow to adopt stand-on mowers, but there's a lot of reasons nationally people are replacing their regular riding zero turns with these. These don't replace walk-behind mowers. These are really more designed to replace the traditional sit-down riding zero turns that guys have used for years. They're more compact. They do a little better on hillsides, and worst case scenario, if they slide, you can hop off the back of them. And they are a little more efficient for a number of reasons we're going to go over, especially this Scag V-Ride 2. It is well made. It's got a lot of different features we're going to talk about, and we'll go from there. So the heart and the most important part of a commercial zero turn is the mower deck, and Scag says that they are the envy of the industry. After using one, I can tell you it's really good. There's a couple design things they do differently that kind of set them apart from a lot of the competition. The deck itself is almost a 1/2 inch thick steel. It has a lot of reinforcement. There's a lot of deck options. This V-Ride 2 is made in 32, 36, 48, 52, 61, and 72. So every deck option you can get for whatever size property that might be mowing. A lot of guys will have 2 or 3 of these in different deck size. The big thing about this deck, the way it's set up underneath, there's a huge discharge output. There's not very much baffling on the inside, enough to create suction, but not so much to where it can bog things down. My yard is not treated, and I used the V-Ride 2 the first time I mowed this year. The grass was very high, and it is the only mower so far that has actually been able to leave a stripe in heavy wet grass like my yard had. So it's very reliably going to leave a nice finished pretty cut, as opposed to some mowers that you might have to really go a lot slower with when the grass is wet, just to let them output the discharge and have enough room to pull fresh grass in to cut it off cleanly. The front end of the deck also has replaceable anti-scalp wheel brackets, and the center anti-scalp is a triple roller. I don't think I've seen that on anything else so far. Most of them are double. Also up here, the front axle is a bolt-on axle. So, you know, it's a common break point if you really hit one of these hard is the front yoke and where that bracket mounts on. So having this front axle replaceable is going to help you long-term keep the mower running, not having the major repair that was so bad that it would be worth just trashing the mower and getting a new one. The spindles on here are also cast, and everything is really open and easy to get to. The deck is almost like a flat top across. I've never actually seen one this clean, so there's a lot of room for stuff to get out of the way, so you won't have stuff caught under there that could create issues while you're trying to chug along. You're also going to see a ton of different engine options on all of the V-Rides. So you can look through the product line and you're going to see major commercial engines from Kawasaki, Briggs, and Kohler. We tend to be Kawasaki people in my neck of the woods, but everybody has their preference, and Scag knows that. So you can order these any way you'd like. You're going to see roundabouts 25 to 28 horsepower, maybe 22 horsepower on the smaller models. And then on the V-Ride XL, you're going to see higher horsepower, 35 to 38, sometimes even 40, to run those larger mower decks at higher speeds. As far as transmissions, you're going to be running 10 or 12 cc Hydro Gear pumps with 12 or 14 cc Parker wheel motors on the regular Scag V-Ride 2, and then the XL is going to have an upgraded 16 or 18 cc Hydro Gear pump and wheel motor combo. So the XL is going to replace the really big commercial zero turns. This is going to have kind of your standard mid to high range commercial zero turn pump and wheel motor setup. Everything's super easy to access in here with your hydraulic oil fill. All of your fans are accessible. You can get the debris off them to keep cooling well. And if you had to do any kind of service or solve a leak, everything can be done right here from the back. I just used a few 2 thumb screws to pull all this off. So super easy access. The operator's station is really good too. Everything is laid out well. The sticks have really good damping and they're big, so you can use them on the inside or the outside. All of the information is accessible. There's a 12-volt charger, your throttle and choke are right here. This is an EFI model with no choke. And then the cool thing is they have this Tiger Eye digital display that has all kinds of good information. So it's going to tell you if something's overheating. It's got an hour display, a battery display. It'll tell you what switches aren't engaged. If you're trying to start it, you have to figure out the safety switches. That is something that's pretty unique, not many have. And this cushion is set up really well. It's the right shape. It's like this leather or pleather material, and it has this nice phone pocket here. I will say, it sounds silly, but stand-ons are kind of separated by what kind of cushion they have. Some of them are not as good as others, so look at that when you're looking at these and pricing them out. The fuel tank on this 52-inch model is an 8-gallon. It goes down to 6.5 or 5 on the smaller 36 or 32-inch models, but it is vertical, so that's going to mean you're not going to have fuel sloshing around sideways and running out of fuel randomly when you really only have a quarter tank. You've also got a shutoff and an indicator right on the top of the tank. It sounds crazy, but some of these don't even have fuel indicators, so you have to actually look at the tank to see how much is in it. So that's well thought out. On the other side, we have this battery cover that is easily accessible and right on the side of the mower, so you don't have to dig to find the battery to jump it. Just stuff that's well thought out. Your deck lift system is easy to use and easy to read. You have 1/4-inch increment adjustments on the pin, and then you have an assisted lift. So it's really easy to move it up while you're still moving, and seems really well made. So I don't think you're going to see issues with that lift system long term. Everything feels really solid. This is the V-Ride XL. It's going to have bigger tires. It's going to have higher engine horsepower options, everything above 35. It also has those bigger transmissions we talked about. It's only available in 61 or 72-inch deck sizes. So this is going to replace your full-size zero turns. Laser ZX, Hustler Hyperdrive, those almost $20,000 full-size zero turns are going to be replaced by this. It's going to be more economical, it'll cost less, it's going to fit in smaller places and be a little bit more nimble, but it's going to cut just as well and just as fast. That's why the industry is really switching over to these. Pardon our mess, this is our demo unit, which is why you can tell it's been used before. But speaking of demos, this unit and every other commercial mower we sell falls under our Stay Powered Pledge commitment. That is Kitten Equipment's program for full-time commercial cutting companies. So anybody who buys a commercial zero turn from us who is a full-time commercial cutter is automatically enrolled in the Stay Powered Pledge that gets you free loaners, discounted parts and service, expedited service, and we have special service and support staff just for you. So if you buy one of these from Kitten Equipment and you are a full-time company, you are automatically enrolled. It is not an extra charge service. So that's everything on the Scag V-Ride 2 for 2025. If you have any more questions or you want to see one in person, we have a bunch of these in stock. Visit our location at Dry Ridge, or if you want to see pricing and get more info on the mowers, visit our website at kittenequipment.com. Thanks.